everyone, welcome to the channel. So we're in the allotment again. Got the chickens behind us, and I'm just going to run you through the chicken coop. Just going to have a little walk around, and I'm just going to tell you a few little bits and pieces on how I built it, and little hints and tips along the way. So let's get going. So I made the coop using rectangular panels, each the same size, and the beauty of that, you can choose which shape you want. So I went 3 by 3, 3 panels on each side. You can make it a little bit longer, and it's up to you however you want to do it. You can make as many panels as space allows. So I found that to be a good way, and that way when you're building it as well, you're building the same thing over and over, so it's basically less chance of things going wrong. So like most allotments as well, and we're no different, they're prone to rats. Now it's no different if you have chickens, the rats will be here anyway. So I've been here a year now, and the other people who've been here for years and years have said they've always had rats. So you've got to basically make your coop as rat proof as you can. Now if I just sort of move out the way here to my left, you can see running along the bottom we've got some metal sheeting. Now I was lucky enough to have this already in the allotment, so I didn't have to buy it, but that's basically hammered in a good sort of it's a couple of feet below the surface all around the coop, so that just stops any tunnelling. This side here has got paving slabs, so I would probably recommend to put paving slabs around as well. That would mean that the rats would have to tunnel from further out to get in, so it's just ensures obviously that nothing can get under. Also with the mesh as well, I've used super fine holes. I think it's ½ an inch square. If you get the inch square holes, that's too big, and you will get rodents, mice and smaller rats getting in there. So you've got to make sure that it's galvanised steel and the holes are very small. So the lock here is just screwed onto one side. It's just like a plate, a face, I don't know really what you call it, but it's this comes out. The plan was to drill it all the way through, so that's another job I've got to do. At the minute it just stands there, and it's like that, and I've obviously got a key that locks it. So that's just on this side. There's nothing on the other side, so I haven't got a handle to get out. I've just got a bit of bungee cord just to make sure the door doesn't shut. So that's nice and simple. You can do what you want with the lock really. You can make it as simple or as complex as you like. So inside the coop now, pretty standard. I've got my galvanised bin which keeps all the feed in. Again, rodent proof in case rats do get in. Because it always seems to be a bit of a running battle with mice and rats and things, so you've got to make sure it's rat proof. We've got the food here hanging up. Just feed them the standard layers pellets. I supplement the feed with different things I grow. I've got some lettuce, cabbages and things, and they eat weeds as well, so don't be frightened to throw some weeds in. I've got a massive drinker here as well, which, believe it or not, has just been cleaned the other day. It soon gets dirty. So yeah, so I think this is a 10 litre, I can't remember, 5 or 10 litre. It's a big one anyway, because they drink a lot obviously in warmer weather. And the floor is just chippings, wood chip. So if you're getting wood chip, don't get the bark, because the bark can carry mould spores, and it's prone to turn mouldy, and it's not very good with the respiratory systems of the hens. So if you make sure it's a good quality wood chip from the insides of the trunk, so it's the white of the trunk and not the browny bark. I bought a massive, I think it was a ton dumpy bag for about 40 quid. So I filled the floor of the coop, and I've also got some paths and stuff in between the beds. That's really good. And so this rots down, but not that much. I mean, I don't think I really need to top it up this year. People say top it up every year, give it an inch on top, but to be honest, it all gets churned up, and I'm happy giving it another year like this. Probably next year I'll buy another dumpy bag and replenish everything, and I'll keep what's here, but I'll just add a layer on top, and I'll also add to the paths as well. The hen house, standard flat packed, I think from Amazon. So I bought this about 7 or 8 years ago when I used to keep chickens when I lived at home with my parents. Yeah, as I say, flat packed. It often gets discredited for the quality, but I've had this, as I say, for about 8 years now, and to be honest, it can probably go for another 8 years. The only thing I've had to do is the drawer that pulls out when it collects all the poo. I had to put another base on that, which I just used plywood. I think I changed one of the hinges on the the lid. Apart from that, I'd definitely buy another one like that. So yeah, so that's what I've done. You can go as expensive or as cheap as you like really on the hen house. So in the corner I've got this little branch there, and that I just secured just easily there with just a bit of wood on each end. I've also secured a little bowl here that I sometimes put some food in, just as an extra little area for the hens to go, keeps them fit flying up. And they obviously like to perch a little bit higher up as well, so that's a nice little addition to the coop. Again, onto the roof here. It's not the best. I do have plans to make it a bit better and a bit neater, but I've basically just got lots of little wooden slats just to stop it from sagging. You can see here, that bit there is not particularly good. It does the job though, as I say, that's probably a job for a winter day. And I've got two big support beams here. I've got one there and another one here, just to keep it all propped up. And I dug a little hole so they go about a foot underground, I think, just to keep it nice and strong. So it's made from a thick black plastic sheeting, the exact same sheeting that I used to cover the plot when I first took over the allotment to kill off the weeds. So this is strong enough so rainwater flows nicely off it and it doesn't sag too much. It's nice and taut. Obviously when you're putting it on you've got to get it taut and pull it and stretch it, but it does the job really well, and it's going to last for quite a while as well. So as you're looking at it here, the camera's level, so I've got it on a flat surface, but you can see at the top there I've got that slight incline towards the water butt. So I'm going to go back inside the coop now and tell you exactly how I did that. So if you decide to make the mesh panels all the same, that'll make your life a lot easier, but in doing so everything's going to be flat at the top. So you can either make one side a little bit longer and then it will have that natural slope, but it can be a little bit more tricky. All I've done, I made a separate long rectangular frame and I put that on the back, one of the sides, which is what I call the back of the coop. So you can imagine you've got your panels, then on top of that you've got a frame and it's probably about a foot high, and then the big cross beams on the roof go from the top of there to the bottom of the coop, which is only just the rectangular frames, the panels, and that gives you the slope. So it's nice and simple. It's probably easier doing it that way, and as I say, it works for me. Everything's meshed, so you mesh that separate frame as well as obviously all the panels, and as I say, it's done the trick. So this here is just a simple little stand come shelter that I made out of two pieces of wood, just nailed together with a little support on the joint, and the chickens like to jump up there and shelter under there if it rains. This one's going crazy. And the box is there for the same reason, so just a little helping hand up to the perch there with the branch. And yeah, so that's particularly good if the hens want to be outside of the house but still getting a little bit of shelter. So that's at the end of the video. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to basically film as much as I can in the allotment and upload it to YouTube. So give it a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. So thanks for watching guys, take care, bye.